Hello. Oh, I made a mistake. I played music. Hello, hello. It says I'm live. I seem to be. I always tell, like, is it live by the shirt that I'm wearing? All right. Hello, everyone. I am Sherri-Lee the founder of the Facebook Business Builders Club. And I am here with you today for day 6 of my adventure of 20 lives in 26 days. I can't believe we're in the second week already. Last week was amazing. We had so much amazing content last week, and so many amazing people joined me last week. And all these videos are available still for you. They're on my page. I'm also going to pop a link here for you if you felt like signing up for reminders when I go live. So I send an email out to all the people who are signed up. They get an email reminder before I go live saying, hey, I'm going live. This is what I'm going to talk about. And I ask you if you have any questions about it, or if you have any questions about anything else, so you can contribute to this whole thing that we're doing here, and I might be able to help you directly. So I'll pop the link in if anybody would like to register for those reminders. But if you want to, they are also all here on my page. You can find them here from last week. We talked about understanding what Facebook wants from you. We talked about understanding what your prospects want from you. We talked about understanding that algorithm that's running. Believe me, it's not as bad as most people make it out to be. We talked about you really knowing your dream client. And then we talked about your content, and we got really digging deep into the content on Friday. So you want to go back and look at those. If you do decide to register, then you actually get a link to a library. So you don't have to hunt them down on my page. You can just log into that library, and there is all of the Facebook Lives for you in one space. So it's becoming an amazing resource of training, literally thousands of dollars of training available for you just to sign up. So I'm going live again all this week. I've got to post. I've got to put that picture out here so you guys know when we're going live. But today, obviously, 1 o'clock today, how to create a client attracting Facebook page. So important that our page attracts the right people to us, attracts people to us, and our prospects about what they want, not what we think they want. Big differences. That's today. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'll be live. I'll be sharing my favorite cover image hack with you that gets you so much more reach and engagement. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about the power of leveraging Facebook Lives. On Thursday at 10 o'clock a.m. PST, we're talking about nailing your offer and making sure that you are inviting people into things that they actually want. All right. And then Friday at 11 a.m., we are going to talk about creating client attracting lead magnets and how you can start doing that. So I wasn't looking at the screen. I see a bunch of you are here. Please say hi. Please let me know that you're here. It's just so much easier when I know I'm talking to real people. So let me know who's here. Let me know where in the world you're located. What is your business? What are you working on in your business? I would love to know more. So I don't know if I'm going to get comments through the computer or if I'm going to get them on my phone. So I've got my phone down here if you notice me looking down. We're going to talk about creating a client attracting Facebook page. Now, do not believe any of those people who tell you that Facebook that Facebook business pages are not important. They are super important. They are the place that Facebook has created for us that allows us to connect with an unlimited number of people on Facebook. Okay? So let's get some perspective here. Okay? If we're doing that in our Facebook group, and depending on the settings of our Facebook group, we will only reach maximum the number of people who like your page, or I'm sorry, who joined your group, but probably a much smaller percentage than that, because I know that when you go live in your Facebook group, not everybody who is a part of your group is going to see that Facebook Live. And so, you're limiting the number of people that you can reach. If you do it on your profile, well, first you have to be careful that you aren't breaking any rules there because Facebook doesn't want you to be doing business directly onto your profile. But if you do it on your profile, and let's say you've maxed out your profile, well, that is only 5,000 people. Now, you're not going to even be able to sell to all of those. You wouldn't expect to convert to all of those people. So even if you're just converting a fraction of those people, why would you want to limit the potential number of people that you could do business with? And if you keep going back to the same place and inviting the same people into things, eventually you will have converted everybody from your friends list that you possibly can. And you can't get more friends because there's a limit. So then you have to do one of those pesky posts that says, hey, comment here if you want to stay on my friends list. And if you don't, I'm going to unfriend you. Those are one of my pet peeves. I personally don't love that. Hi, Carmen. Nice to see you. So you want to make sure that you are leveraging the platform the way Facebook wants you to so that you can get the most bang for your buck. So when you are on your Facebook business page, there's no limit to how many people you can reach. Now, I know some of you are saying, yes, but the algorithm will limit it. Facebook will limit it. I have to pay ads in order to reach people. And not true. Okay? So you can invest in Facebook ads if you want to. I wouldn't recommend you do it until you know that what you are inviting people into is actually the thing that people want. So stick with me for later in the week when we talk about that. So you shouldn't step into Facebook ads as the way to make your first sale. I'm going to say that because with that, you don't know what it's going to cost you. You don't know how you're going to spend your money. We're going to talk about Facebook ads down the road. So just stick with me, okay? We got a lot of days together. So your business page is the place where you get to connect with new people. We talked about how the algorithm works and how you can play that so that you can get more reach, more engagement. The number one thing Facebook likes you to do on your business page is Facebook Lives. So if you are not leveraging Facebook Lives, you definitely want to be here on Wednesday. We're going to talk about the power of those. But just deciding to show up live and share 10, 15 minutes of your brilliance about your specific industry, your niche, what you do is so important and so different to building connections with your prospects than just a static post, right? A static post, just a post with some words saying, hey, I do this and I offer this, sign up here, can be scrolled past so easily. But we have to take a much less heavy-handed approach on Facebook. But let's say we've got all these things figured out and we are really leveraging our Facebook page. We want to make sure that our Facebook page is still representing how amazing and awesome you are. Okay? So there's four main areas. I mean, there's a lot of areas, but there's four main areas that I look at with people when I do a Facebook page audit. These are the top four places that we look at and we spend time on in these page audits, which really just helps people get direction. If your business page looks uninviting and uninteresting to your dream prospect, they will not put a like on it, they will not engage with your content, and they won't be interested in what you have to say. So you need to make sure that your business page is compelling and interesting and inviting, okay? So the first thing that we look at is the name of your page. Now, that sounds kind of basic, right? Hi, Darla. Nice to see you. The name of your page is so important because the name travels around with all your posts. So it depends on your industry. I mean, if you are a 20-person law firm, it needs to be the name of your law firm. If you are a brick and mortar business where people are going to see your staff, then it needs to be the name of your business for sure. Okay, so there's lots of different things to think about when it comes to naming your business page. If you are a product, if you sell products, let's say you have a Shopify store and you sell products, you may want to name it what your brand is, but if you've only got a few products, you could name it exactly the product that you're selling. One page that pops to mind, I believe it's called the Little Green Frog. And it is a product that is a green frog that's hollow, and you put your scrubby from your kitchen sink in it, and it holds that. That's what they sell. And the name of their page is the Little Green Frog, and it's a picture of the frog in the profile image. So it's really explanatory who they are and what they do, right? It's the Little Green Frog. That's how they're known, by the Little Green Frog. Now, if you are a business like mine, where you are the face of your business, you are you're a solo entrepreneur, you deliver your business, you're service oriented. So, maybe you're internet based, you're not driving people to a brick and mortar, you're not selling products so much. You may want to name your business page in your name, like mine is. Mine is called Sherri-Lee Wojcik. That is my page name. And the reason why I picked my name to be my page name, is because then my business can change and be whatever I want it to be. And this one page will stay with me no matter how many times my business changes. Now, if I had named it Sherri-Lee's Real Estate Services, and then one day down the road, I decide to give up being a real estate agent and I am instead selling cupcakes, I couldn't use that page. And if the page grew to so big, then I couldn't change the name. And if we're changing from real estate to cupcakes, Facebook would want to approve that and make sure that the change is consistent with what you started out doing, because the people who liked Sherri-Lee's real estate page may not want to like Sherri-Lee's cupcakes. All right? So Facebook wants to make sure that we aren't doing a bait and switch here and starting it as one thing and then changing it to something else. All right? So the name of your page, you can change it. When it gets to a certain size of your page, Facebook will tell you cannot change it anymore. I believe they limit it. You can only do it once every 28 days. So I'm not telling you to go and run out and change your page right now. But I want you to take a second and look at your page name and ask yourself, if I didn't know who I was, if I didn't know what I do, if I didn't know the services or the products that were being offered by this page, would the name tell me what they do? Now, I get my page doesn't tell you what I do. Sherri-Lee Wojcik, I am the face of my business. I could provide social media services. I could become an author. I am a speaker. I am an author. I am a speaker. I can do a variety of things under that umbrella. It may be something like crafting for beginners. Right? It might be real estate investing in Phoenix. I'm just making things up now. So start looking at other people's Facebook pages, business pages, and see if you can guess what they do based on the name of their page. It's a fun little game I like to play. All right, so your page name is the first thing you want to make sure is really telling the reader who you are and what you do as much as possible. Okay? The second place we want to look at on our business page is that profile image. I mentioned it with the little green frog. That's the round circle right at the top of the page. Now, Facebook says to put your logo in there. And as a business page, that would make a lot of sense. Now, I don't agree with that all the time. If you have that brick and mortar business where people are going to be meeting your staff and not you, yes, put your logo in there. If you have multiple locations, yes, put your logo in. If you're a law firm or an accounting firm or an investing firm, yes, it should be your logo. Absolutely. But if you're somebody like me, if you are a solo business, if you're a home-based business, if you're a solo entrepreneur, if you are the face of your business, then please put your personal image of you in that circle. Okay? People want to do business with people. So we want to make sure that they see us. Now, if they see, Sherri-Lee's law firm, they're not expecting to see my face there. They would be expecting to see a logo, and they wouldn't necessarily expect to be talking to me on my page. or if I had a brick and mortar store, like a client of mine, her company name is Well Seasoned. Well, it wouldn't make sense to have the picture of the owner in that spot because people aren't necessarily going to see her when they come into the store. So it doesn't make sense, right? They're going to see a variety of people depending on who's working that day. So I see a whole bunch of new people have joined us. Thank you for being here. Please take a moment and say hello and let me know where you're joining me from. So you want to make sure that that profile image is going to build connection with your community, that they're going to feel like they get to see you, like they know you, so that you can deepen your relationship with them. I always say your business page is like your first date in a prospectively long-term relationship. It's like your first date though. So you want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward, and we don't know each other yet, so we are still on our best behavior in the honeymoon period. We're still super interested in each other. We want to make sure that the other person gets as much talking time on the dates as we do. We want to make sure that we're showing interest in them and that we're supportive in them. It's the same thing. There's not a lot of difference. Your business page is a first date. So would I want to date a logo, or would I want to date somebody whose face is looking at me and smiling? Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Jan from Oregon. Nice to see you. Jacqueline's from Chicago. Love that. So you want to make sure that the image, and you don't have to run out and get professional headshots done either. An iPhone or an Android, they take good enough pictures these days. Find yourself a white wall, put on something that you feel really good in. If you've got brand colors, pick something that's on brand for you. Do your makeup and your hair if you need to, if that's part of who you are. If it's not, don't worry about it, but get a picture for your profile image that's different than the picture you use on your personal profile. Okay, is that making sense? You don't need it to be a professional photo, but it does need to be something different from your profile. And you want it to be well lit and, nice looking. You don't want to look like you just crawled out of bed or, that you just came up from the gym, unless going to the gym is part of your business. If you're a fitness trainer, that might be totally appropriate. So think about your profile image. Go and look at that and think about it. Carmen, you're here from Oliver, and Chrissy's here from New Zealand. I love that. Oliver in BC, not far from me. Chicago, Arizona, Oregon, and New Zealand. I love that. Welcome from the other side of the world. Chrissy, I'm so happy that you've joined us and that you're here with me. If you have any questions about any of this, please pop them in the comments and I will be happy to answer them. So we've talked about your page name. We've talked about your profile image. The other thing that I want to share with you, and I'm going to talk about this more tomorrow, so I'm not going to go super deep in it today, but your cover image. This is one of the most underused pieces of real estate on Facebook that I've ever seen. And tomorrow I'm going to share a little strategy that I have with you. But what I would like to know is, when was the last time you changed your cover image? Now, some of you are here, you're in my community, you hear me talk about this. Darla's in my Business Builders Club, so some of you may have changed it up recently. But I want you to think about your cover image. It should represent for your community the transformation or the outcome or the result that they will get for liking your page and engaging with your content and maybe buying from you or signing up with you or hiring you, whatever your business needs are. Does that make sense? So your cover image is that huge piece at the top, and you want to make sure that you are leveraging it. I'm going to tell you, as a sneak peek for tomorrow, I want you to be changing your cover image up every week. Now, nothing's written in stone, so let's not freak out about that. I don't necessarily change it exactly every Sunday, but I change it pretty regularly. We want to aim for weekly because of what happens when we change it. And I'm going to tell you about that tomorrow. So I hope you're going to join me tomorrow. Let me tell you what time I'm on tomorrow. 10 a.m. PST tomorrow morning. And like I said, I'll drop a link in where you can get registered, and then I will send you a reminder so you won't even forget. Okay? No problems. I gotcha. So, page name, profile image, cover image, and the fourth piece on your page that is probably needing a change up is your content. Now, we dug deep into content on Friday. And so I don't want to repeat everything that I said on Friday because that was a lot and I probably couldn't say it all again the same way. But you want to be looking at your content and remember from Friday what I said. 80% of the time, your content should be created to get likes, comments, and shares from the reader. That flags the algorithm, that tells the algorithm you're interesting, that gets the reader in a reminder system on the algorithm so that the algorithm will then show your future posts to them because it says, hey, Chrissy finds Sherri-Lee's post interesting. So we're going to show more of Sherri-Lee's post to Chrissy because, hey, why wouldn't we? She likes those posts, so why wouldn't we show them to her? Using you as an example, Chrissy. So you want to make sure that 80% of the time your content is created specifically to elicit those engagement actions from the reader so that Facebook can see that your content is interesting, you're really here to build relationships, you care about your community, and then 20% of the time you spend talking about yourself and doing something promotional. I did that on Friday too, promotional for yourself. Holy smokes. Okay. Chrissy, today I went live at 1 p.m. PST, so tomorrow morning is 10 a.m. PST, 3 hours earlier. I don't know what time it is there. There is a world clock. Maybe I'll put a world clock link up for you guys so that you can find it. But just type in 10 a.m. PST to whatever your time zone is called, Chrissy, and Google will actually do that for you. It's really amazing. I love it. And no more guessing. No more missing my lives. So those are the 4 areas on your Facebook page that you really want to be looking at. There's more to that. There's all kinds of bells and whistles Facebook gives you that you can look at. And we go way deeper than that when I'm working with people and with my clients and in my programs and that sort of thing. But these are the 4 main pieces, okay? The name of your page, your profile image on your page, your cover image, which tomorrow at 10 a.m. PST, I am going to be giving you some special training about that, how to use your cover image to stand out in the news feed even more, to get more engagement, how to use it to actually get it to do something, not just be a placeholder. It's not like just putting your business card on a bulletin board at the local Starbucks. That's not what that spot's for. We'll talk about that tomorrow. And then the 4th thing is your content, which we dug deep into on Friday this past week, which you can find right here on my page, okay? So that's everything I've got for you today. If you have any questions, let me know. So Chrissy, it's going to be early for you. If it's 6:30 in the morning for you there and it's 3 hours earlier, that means I'm going live at like 3 o'clock in the morning your time. Yikes. It'll be here on the page for you. I love my information, but I don't think I'd even get up for that. Okay. So I'm going to put a link here. If you want to register for reminders, you absolutely can. I also would like to just put out there, we're going through a lot of content. We've got a lot of stuff going on over the next 20 or so days. I have a feeling this is going to go longer because I'm really enjoying this. So what I want to say is that if you are really inspired by the things that you're hearing this week, if you are really seeing that there's more that you could be doing on Facebook to actually leverage what you have and use it to help you grow your business, just if you'd like to have a quick little 20 to 30 minute strategy session with me where we could talk about what your goals are and let you know what options I have for how we could work together. I've got various programs, I've got group coaching, I've got one-on-one ways. So there's various ways that I could support you in growing your business. So if you're interested in that, type in the word me, just me, M-E, and I will reach out to you and we'll set up a time that works for both of us and just have a quick little call, no obligation. But this is really for you if you are serious about getting serious on Facebook. And I don't mean serious in a way that's heavy and serious. I mean serious as in it's time to really leverage this platform and make your business hum. Okay? So if you're interested in that, type the words me and I will get in touch with you. Other than that, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. PST. I will be back and we will be talking about your cover images on your Facebook page and how you can use those to increase your exposure on Facebook. All right. Thank you, everyone. Chrissy, I will reach out to you. Thanks, everyone. Have a great afternoon.